what's up, guys? We're back.
We're back.
Geeks with Attitude coming at you.
That's right. Your DIY pop culture show.
DIY.
Do it yourself.
I think that would be DIY. Wait. Yeah, DIY.
It's DIY.
DIY. Do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right. I don't know. What the hell was that about? I don't know. Anyways. What's first on the agenda today? We're talking about...
Okay, so...
homecoming news.
Yeah. We got some MCU Spider-Man news. First things first, we reported last week that Michael Keaton was going to play the Vulture, or was going to play up for a role in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Right.
Unfortunately, it looks like that Michael Keaton has dropped out.
Ah, okay.
I don't know why he did this. There can be many reasons.
A guy like me, keep his fingers crossed that maybe he's going to do Beetlejuice 2 with Tim Burton.
That's possible. I mean, they are talking about it.
Who knows, but I can hope, right?
Yeah, you can hope.
We got some more news, right? So Keaton's out for sure. We know that.
Yeah, Keaton's out. Yeah.
And good old Iron Man is in.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. We knew this was going to happen.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I had no idea.
I
mean, I didn't know if it was going to be all Spider-Man or if they were going to have anybody else in it. So, I mean, when I first heard about it, I'm curious about it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Iron Man, although Tony is a dick. But I still like Iron Man. I'm curious to see how they're going to play it out. I'm curious to see if it's going to be. You seem to think it's going to take place after Civil War.
Yeah, I think it's going to take place after
Civil War. I think it might take place before Civil War, but we have to see how Civil War pans out. We have to see if Spidey ends up jumping on Cap's team, even though he starts on Iron Man's team. If he jumps on Cap's team, that tells me Homecoming might take place before Civil War. And it's Tony talking him into joining them.
That's another thing that...
Possible. I don't know. We have to wait and see.
Yeah. And now if it takes place after Civil War, we know that Tony's going to survive Civil War.
True, but I don't think they're not going to kill him off. Not that quick.
Not in this one.
He's not one of the Avengers that leaves. He's always there. He's always around. We know Captain changes face, so to speak, throughout the comics and things like that. But Tony, I think, is always Tony. He's always Tony Stark. I don't think.
Yeah, but Robert Downey Jr. is getting kind of old.
Yeah, but
he's got probably 10 years left, more than likely, to play Tony.
No, but that's a long time. That's a lot of movies.
But what are they going to do after he gets too old?
They'll probably have him train somebody to take over as Iron Man, I would guess.
Do you think they'll recast Tony Stark, or do you think they'll...
I think it's going to end up being... I mean, personally, I don't know. Like, I don't know what Marvel and Disney are going to do.
We're speculating here.
Yeah, we're just guessing. But I'm thinking maybe it might be... He might just have a protege that is... Will either assume the mantle of Tony Stark, flawlessly, so that he is Tony Stark, led by the original Tony Stark, or it's going to be, he's have his own name, but he's just going to be the protege of Tony Stark.
Kind of like how...
To take over the company and take over all Tony Stark's stuff, and then,
Yeah. War Machine would be that. War Machine would be that for sure, but who knows if War Machine survives Civil War.
True. We got a lot of geek stuff is all about waiting and seeing.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, and that's kind of the fun of it, is the
very true.
The wait and the excitement. It's like Christmas time, and your packages are underneath the tree.
Anytime a new movie comes out, that's Geek Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. And we're waiting for our packages to arrive, and we can't open them yet, but it's fun to kind of shake them,
Shake them and see if you get... Oh, that sounds like socks. I'm going to know.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds like Ghostbusters.
All I can say is, as geeks, we get Christmas all summer long, baby.
Yeah, and...
so much good stuff coming out.
Yep, and summer begins next week.
Yeah, technically it does, you're right.
Yeah.
Speaking of cool stuff coming out, the X-Men trailer dropped, the final one.
Oh yeah, what did you think of it? What?
I was a little on the fence about when I saw it the first time. Like I said, I like the X-Men movies that the director has made. He's never made a bad one.
No, Bryan Singer's...
But there have been some terrible X-Men movies out there, and I kind of stopped hoping for a good one. But this new trailer, this looks really good.
Did you see Days of Futures Past?
I have I think I saw it when it first came out, but that's been a couple of years now.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
It's been 2 years.
I don't. But that was also Singer. It was good.
That was Singer. That was Singer.
It was good.
Singer and Vaughn. If Singer and Vaughn, and I guess Miller now. We have to put Miller in there.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. If Singer, Vaughn, and Miller are doing X-Men movies, then they're going to be good.
All right. And this, like I said, the trailer makes this look really good, and I hope that it lives up to its trailerness, so to speak.
You know what I thought of it? The first thing that went through my mind was, this looks like the old X-Men cartoon.
Yeah, it kind of did.
Animated series.
They were all younger and in high school still, and
they're all colorful.
Yeah, it looks really cool, and they have some of my favorites in there. Of course, they have Cyclops in there, which is cool.
Yeah,
and Nightcrawler, which I love. Nightcrawler. He's always been one of my favorites.
Great character.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really good. I'm looking forward to it, and like I said, I hope it lives up to the trailer. I really.
Yeah, apparently it was good.
Apparently, the rumors we talked about of them doing all these reshoots are just rumors.
We haven't heard anything about it, so we don't know what's going on. I mean, it might be true, but that there was one thing said, and it just kind of went into smoke. So.
Yeah, and then we haven't heard anything since.
Nothing since. So
maybe it was just rumors.
Yeah, it very well could just be rumors.
Well, let's hope so. The trailer looks good, and I'm now looking forward to this movie.
I am too. This was I was kind of on the fence. I knew it was going to be good because, like I said, Singer's never made a bad X-Men movie.
Right.
But it kind of got lost in the shuffle between Batman v Superman and Civil War.
Okay.
And at least as the hype machine. So we weren't hearing much about it.
Right.
So looking at this trailer now, which I quite enjoyed, it kind of gets me hyped. It's kind of gets me back to wanting to read some X-Men comics and get back into that world. And
if you've all seen the trailer, we can't spoil nothing. Y'all saw who showed up at the end. Or at least part of him showed up at the end. So that makes me want to see it even more.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very small part. I think probably a scene.
Maybe more than a scene, because that was a scene, technically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. It looks good.
Yeah, I am too. I am far more excited than I was.
Yeah, me too. When they started talking about the reshoots, I was like, dude, this is going to suck.
Yeah, well, I was worried. I didn't think it'd be suck, but I thought it might be mediocre. And they're working on the lights.
The weirdness behind us is our camera guy working on the lights.
Yeah, sorry guys. One of our lights went off, so I'm trying to get the best picture in there. So.
Okay. So yeah, excited about X-Men.
Very much excited about it.
We had another trailer drop that I'm excited about. The new Warcraft trailer dropped.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I am super excited about this movie. I was obsessed with playing World of Warcraft for a long time. As a matter of fact, me and good old camera guy Steve here were roommates back when he got me into it, and we used to play for hours at a time and just do
a lot of cussing going on.
A lot of cussing, drinking coffee and playing Warcraft. And that game, it was fun. And I still love the game. I haven't played it in a while because I have a laptop and it sucks on a laptop. But other than that, the movie looks really, really good. It's all CGI. There's not one real person in it, but the humans in that movie look like humans. It doesn't. Obviously, you know that orcs aren't real and dwarves aren't real. So you're gonna know your brain is gonna tell you, well, they're not real.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you look at the people in it, they look like they're actors.
No, the humans are real.
CGI.
Yeah, no, the humans are real.
The humans are real.
No, they're not. They're not actors. It's all CGI.
No.
They do voices.
No. They're the people are people.
I don't think so.
But the armor at times might be CGI.
Yeah.
I don't think that the people are people.
No, they are.
Yeah, because I recognize two of the actors.
Well, they can style CGI.
Not to mention, they've had set visits that they actually have props. It's not like Jungle Book where it's all CGI.
Yeah, except for Mowgli. Yeah.
Yeah, except for Mowgli. With this, there's actual buildings and stuff.
Really? It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I found this out a couple of days ago because there was did a set shoot. It was coming soon. Did a set visit for both the Horde and the Alliance. Yeah. So it looks like it's not all CGI, but it's going to be a lot of CGI.
That makes me wonder if some of the orcs are actually people in costume also. Like the ones that look more human, like the one female orc.
Yeah.
No, I think she's
more
in
human.
I think she's in costume.
Yeah.
She only has the little teeth. Like Dorona, I think her name is on. She just has the little fangs. Like she's kind of pretty actually for an orc.
Yeah, I think what they're doing is actually green screening the head. And then they're CGIing the actual faces and heads. But the bodies and people in the costumes are real.
Okay. That makes sense.
Right, but I'm saying that the whole look of it is all CGI. Like there might be people moving around in costumes for fight scenes and stuff, or something like that. But that movie is 90% CGI.
It's gonna have a lot of CGI. I don't know if I'd say 90%, but it's gonna have a lot.
But either way, it looks really good.
I think it looks fine.
And there's millions and millions of Warcraft fans that play Warcraft, and we know these people are going to see it.
But here's my. Keep going. I'll talk.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. As we were talking about earlier, I know that there's going to be a ton of Warcraft fans that go see it, which means it's more than likely going to make its money back at least.
Eventually, yeah.
But then you were saying about how what if a non-fan says I don't play Warcraft. What is in this movie for me?
Why should I go see Warcraft? Yeah.
Well, that's going to be up to that person. Do they like fantasy? Do they like Hobbit? Like you were saying?
Yeah. If they like the Hobbit, they might be interested in this.
Then it'll be a fun movie. So go watch it for that.
Yeah.
If you like that type of movie, that's why you go see it. Not because you play the game, but because you like that type of thing.
If you like Moon or Source Code by the director, go see the movie.
Yeah.
Everything I'm hearing about this film, I think it's going to be a good film. I think it's going to be a really good film.
The trailer looks awesome. It looks incredible. Yeah. I can't wait. I'm super stoked to see it.
I think it's going to be fun, but here's my concern, is that for a movie to be a huge blockbuster, nowadays it has to make lots of money not only domestically, has to make money overseas, and I'm wondering what the people in China are going to think about this.
Oh, they're going to love it.
China has a huge Warcraft.
Yeah, they have a restaurant based after World of Warcraft.
Oh, that's right. They have
that's where all the people you illegally buy gold from are.
I was just about to say that.
That's where all the people you illegally buy. That's why they can't type in regular English when they're talking to you. It says like what? I make you happy. How many gold for you? Like, okay, really? Yeah. Like, I admit it. I bought fucking gold. So what? So sue me.
I never did.
Wait, lawyers. Anyways, that's where all those people are at. It's huge over there. It's gonna probably do better overseas than it does here.
It's possible. Well, Pacific Rim did better overseas than here.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I mean.
Yeah, it does look like something
there's World of Warcraft here in the States. There's World of Warcraft in Europe. There's World of Warcraft in China. It's all over the place.
And Russia, even Brazil is big.
Right. So it may do better overseas than it does here. So I really think that it's going to make more than enough money to turn a profit and continue the series.
I'm just worried that there hasn't been much of a buzz for it. That usually
well, here we don't know what's going on in those other countries.
Well, I mean on the internet as a whole, not many people are talking about it, and I don't understand why.
Especially with all the famous people that like Warcraft.
Yeah, and there's that.
Like we know Henry Cavill plays Warcraft. We know Vin Diesel plays Warcraft. Why are we not hearing more about it? I'm with you on that.
I don't understand. It may be, and I was saying this about X-Men Apocalypse as well. It's like X-Men Apocalypse is coming out in a month, and why are we not hearing much about it? We finally got this last trailer. Yes.
Looks amazing.
Yeah. Is it because everything's been smushed between Batman v Superman and Civil War? It's like everyone's looking at that? Well, there's other stuff coming up.
That's very possible. But like I said, I think Warcraft will do fine. I can almost sit here and guarantee that it's gonna make its money back. If you count here and worldwide, it's gonna make a huge profit. Well, it may not make a huge profit here, but it's gonna make one over there.
I hope so, because I want this movie to do well, because if this movie does well,
they'll make more.
We'll get Dungeons and Dragons. We'll get another Warcraft. We'll get...
Actually, if this movie does real well, they may put that Dungeons and Dragons in the trash.
And start over.
Start over. Well, although we don't even know what they've done on it yet.
If this one does well, they might even do a StarCraft.
If this does well, they'll probably do a StarCraft.
I think this is
that's
Blizzard's,
more sci-fi, so...
I think this is Blizzard's first real movie. Yeah. So this is Blizzard trying to get into the movie game, and if it does well, then Blizzard will just keep making movies.
Yeah, just like Marvel. The thing is we don't have a really good track record with video game films. But
True.
But I think...
But maybe this will break that mold.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I am so hoping that.
I mean, Jungle Book clearly broke the too much CGI
mold.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like you can't have too much CGI.
Yeah.
That's a dead phrase.
That needs to be a dead phrase. If you don't believe me, go see Jungle Book. It's all CGI, and you will not whine.
That kid is amazing.
Yeah, and kid's great.
To think that he's doing nothing but talking at tennis balls, like
exactly,
it's incredible.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, we were going to mention that.
Oh yeah, let's segue. Perfect segue.
That dropped. It did drop, but only about 40%. It still made $60 million in the second weekend.
Yeah, $60 million. It did not drop
domestically, right?
Yeah, it did not drop the faithful 50%, which most movies drop.
That was, and it made 103 million domestically in its opening weekend, but then it made a total of 290 million worldwide. Do we know what it made worldwide?
No,
the second
I haven't
weekend?
checked. I didn't check.
Okay, but we know it was 60 million domestically.
Yeah, we know it's number one at the box office domestically.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. It just
really
speaks of how good it is, and that we were not lying to you last week when we said go see it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just shows that if you make a good film, people are going to go see it regardless.
Yep. And I've been telling everybody, dude, you got to see it. It's
so have I.
Freaking awesome.
I think everyone should see it. I think it's a great movie.
Absolutely. Do we have one more movie we're going to talk? We have a couple more. We have.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Oh, you were talking about Star Trek.
Yeah. There's some rumors about Star Trek. The series that's coming on was at CBS All Access.
Right. Okay.
And actually, there's a couple of things about Star Trek I want to talk about.
You mentioned the timeline. Like
when
it's supposed to take place.
Oh yeah. Well, okay, so the rumor is that it's going to be an anthology series. Each season is going to be on a different starship. And the first season is going to be between the Undiscovered Country, which is the movies with Kirk, and then Next Generation. So it's going to be probably 20 years after Undiscovered Country, probably around when the Enterprise C is, if you're a Star Trek fan.
Okay.
Which means red uniforms like Wrath of Khan, probably Excelsior class ships. That more militaristic look that Nicholas Meyer brought to the series for the movies, and I'm really excited about this. I'm a massive Star Trek fan. I was raised with Star Trek since I was a kid. Star Trek's probably the first science fiction I ever saw on TV, and first when I saw Star Wars in theaters. So this is exciting to me, but. There's another thing I want to talk about, and I believe we mentioned this a few shows ago, about the Axanar.
Oh yeah, let's not rehash that stupidity. Those people are morons.
Well, I agree with that.
That person, whatever whatever it is.
The people working on that.
Yeah.
But they just CBS just closed down another fan film, so I'm worried now. It's they closed down the USS Horizon. And
what was that one about?
That took place during the Romulan War, right after.
So it was another Star Trek fan film.
Yeah, it was a Star Trek fan film. Yeah.
Okay.
Cut down the crowdsourcing, the crowdfunding for it, and I'm now wondering is Paramount or Viacom? I guess it'd be Viacom CBS. Are they going to start putting the boot down on fan films? Even fan films that are not trying to make $1 trillion and pay their people.
Well, we did mention that like several shows ago, and we were talking about how if this starts to happen, it's all Axanar's fault.
Yeah, it is Axanar's fault for sure.
And so if this is happening, then fuck them. Because they fucked it up for everybody.
I agree 100%.
And that was kind of a weird segue how we went from movies to TV right back to movies. Flawlessly, actually.
Yeah.
So since we're back on movies, how about some of these rumors that are flying around about Star Wars?
I've got one and you've got one.
I've got one.
You got one.
Yours sounds corny as hell. I can't even. Mine is corny, but the more I think about mine, the more sense it makes. But
maybe
it's just like I said. It's just geek rumor mill.
Yeah,
everybody's
this is
putting all their fantasies out there and all their stuff.
Exactly. Trust no one.
The one that I've heard that I actually like is the fact that Jyn, the heroine, the pilot from Rogue One, is Rey's mother.
Okay.
From TFA. And at first I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't know, so I asked my good buddy here, who's really good at the research half of this whole thing.
Yeah.
I said, when does it take place? And apparently, Rogue One takes place a scant 2 or 3 years before A New Hope.
Yeah, it's about that time. Yeah.
And
a few years after Rebels.
That matches up with timelines later on, even when they get older. But that shows that Luke at some point probably knew who Jyn was.
If Jyn survives the movie.
Well, right. Like I said, we still don't know what is going to happen with that. But I have to say that there's things that push me towards it. For one, the actress that they got to play her looks like Daisy Ridley. Not exactly, but enough. And she has a British accent, like Daisy Ridley. So it kind of, it keeps me thinking that might be possible. Maybe her and Luke had a fling or something, and then she was. Like I said, we don't know if she's going to survive or not. So we won't really know until that movie comes out. But maybe they had a fling, and then she had to disappear because they were hunting her down for stealing the plans, and they were, and she didn't want anybody else to be in danger, so she took off, and she couldn't tell Luke that she was pregnant. It's a good rumor. I mean, it's not, it is just that, it's a rumor.
It's a rumor, yeah.
But it's a good rumor, and it speaks to what a lot of fans, and I know it's not just me, a lot of fans still think Luke is Rey's father.
Well, I think that's what I think.
It's very possible that it's very plausible if you sit and you think about this for a while. It's very plausible that if she survives the movie, she could be Rey's mother.
I'm not against that at all.
And we don't even know if they're going to kill her off. They might just make her disappear and people think she's dead.
Well, we don't even know what's going to happen with the movie.
That's right.
Really,
that's what I mean. Even at the end of the movie, they might make everybody think that she's dead, even if she's not. They do that a lot in these movies.
They could. They could do that.
I think it's a cool rumor, and I like it, and I think that it's very plausible, and it kind of makes me excited.
I don't have a problem with that. That rumor, my only issue with it is we know that Luke did nothing until he was 19 years old. He was stuck on Tatooine with
his aunt and uncle.
Yeah, aunt and uncle. After that, we have 2 years between A New Hope and Empire, which is being covered in the comics, and then probably 2 more years after Empire to Return of the Jedi. Did Ursa and Luke meet at that point? It's possible.
Jyn?
Is it?
It's Jyn. Her name is Jyn.
Is it Jyn? I thought it was Jyn Ursa.
Yeah.
Jyn Ursa. Yeah. Okay. I think that what's more likely, if they did meet and they did get together, it might have been after the 3rd Death Star, after Return, because we don't know if
that's only the 2nd one.
No, that's the 3rd one. Return of the Jedi.
No, that's the 3rd movie, not the 3rd Death Star.
No, that's oh yeah, you're right. That's the 2nd Death Star. You're correct. Yes, yeah, you're absolutely
right.
Like
there's only been 2 up until the Knights of Ren built the new thing in TFA.
Yeah. And that's not technically a Death Star.
Technically, it's not a Death Star, but come on.
Yeah, come on.
It's a fucking Death Star. It's destroying planets. It's a Death Star.
Yeah, exactly.
It was more like a Death
Star Killer Base. No, fuck you. It's a Death Star. Come on. Except they built it into a planet, kind of. It wasn't like a free-floating thing that they built like a Death Star.
Yeah, but it's still Death Star.
But it's still basically a Death Star.
So I think that if Jyn and Luke got together somehow, it would be after Return of the Jedi. I don't think that I think that the Jedi Order, as it was in the prequels, with that not being able to love, not being able to show all emotion whatsoever, I don't think that Luke is going to go down that road. I think that Luke has already shown that he's
he doesn't.
more emotional.
He shows emotions in those movies.
Yeah, he does. But in those movies, especially in Jedi, he's on the corner of the dark side. We see him. The Force choke someone in Return of the Jedi. That's a dark Force power.
Yeah, but then he realizes what he's doing and he stops.
Well,
he's
eventually by the end of it, he passes his test.
Right.
So
to be a Jedi, to
yeah.
be the good guy. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that the new Jedi Order might actually, they might be able to marry, they might be able to,
Yeah. It's like I said, it's more waiting and seeing. All we can do is wait with bated breath for these damn movies to come out so we can watch them and find out what the hell is going on.
Okay, I've got a wacky rumor.
I do love that rumor. I think that's
I
awesome.
have no problem with that rumor. I mean, if that happens, it makes perfect marketing sense.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be, but I'm not bad with that. I think that'd be fine for me. There's another
It
rumor.
stands a hell of a bigger chance than this thing that you're about to spit out.
God, what I'm about to spit out is probably going to be correct, and we're all going to gouge our eyes out. All right, okay. So this kind of dropped was on the comic book movie news. I'm not going to say spoilers because there's no way in hell this is true. But it got me thinking. So somebody supposedly on Reddit wrote down the whole entire...
people on Reddit are full of crap.
Well, yeah, for the most part. But sometimes. There's stuff on Reddit that...
There's useful stuff on there, but a lot of times...
All that Fantastic Four stuff that happened on Reddit was real.
Yeah. Sometimes this just sounds too corny and far-fetched to be,
Well, there
You're
is...
talking about Hollywood.
True. Well, that's true. That's true.
This is taking the whole entire Eastern mysticism of Star Wars and pushing it to the nth degree. Okay, so this is the rumor. This is a rumor. Take this with a huge grain of salt. But
take it with a bottle of salt.
Yeah,
take the top off. Or guzzle a gallon of ocean water. Whatever your choice for salt is. Yeah, this is.
But it might be true.
I'm not even gonna toy with this rumor being true because they've never done anything like that in any of the other movies.
No,
so there's no fucking point. It doesn't even make sense to bring it out there.
Oh, totally it does because it's something that's interesting to talk about.
No. I mean, not us bringing it out there. I mean, it doesn't even make any sense for them to do that in the movie because they've never done that in any other movies.
Yeah, and it's weird. It's a weird one, but like I said, it's taken the Asian mysticism to its final its final place. Okay, so this is what dropped. I didn't read the whole thing because last time anything dropped about the plot for TFA, it was all correct, and I was spoiled like 6 months in advance.
Yeah, see, that's okay.
Okay, but I'm just gonna bring this out. I'm gonna say briefly. I don't know what the whole plot is, just in case this is real. And yeah, I'll give my feelings about this in a second. Okay, just suppose that Luke is not Rey's, Luke is not Rey's father. Just suppose, a little bit, that Rey is Luke's father.
Yeah, that.
Okay, how does this work, you ask me?
It doesn't.
Wait, hold on, let me speak.
Asian mysticism, yes. Star Wars, no.
No, hold on. Let me speak, and then I'll let you speak. Okay, so this is the rumor that Rey is the reincarnation of Anakin Skywalker, and that when Maz Kanata said, I see when you lived as old as me, you see different eyes in different bodies.
And you see the same eyes.
Same eyes in different bodies. That could give credence to it, but really, if you're going to go down that way, and I believe in reincarnation, I like reincarnation, blah, 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 blah.
But not for this.
If you're going to go down that way, you have to have it so you know exactly what you're doing because you could really screw this up.
They would have a shit ton of explaining to do, and I don't think they could pull it off in 2 movies.
I don't think they could.
I don't think they will. To me, what Maz Kanata said means she sees Skywalker in her. I mean, which means she's part of that bloodline or part of that family. Because Rey doesn't know that she's a Skywalker. Well, I guess she does now. But that lightsaber chose her because she's part of that family.
That's
part of that
think.
bloodline.
Yeah, that's how I think for sure.
So,
It's this whole sword and stone type thing.
Right. I think that she is definitely related to the Skywalkers. I don't think that she's an incarnation of Anakin. That's ridiculous. Otherwise, Anakin wouldn't even show up as a shade. If he had another reincarnation, done. And he's already shown up as a shade. They both have, him and Darth. So, I don't think that's even remotely possible.
Okay,
I know
I'm going to play devil's advocate on this.
In the Asian mysticism, it is a thing. Like, in real, not discounting Star Wars for a moment.
Yeah.
In real Asian mysticism, yes, it is a thing that people can be reincarnated as somebody that was in their family or something like that. But
Star Wars is based on Asian mysticism.
Right, but it's not. It doesn't fit with any of the plot line anywhere.
No,
it doesn't fit. Not even a little bit.
They haven't mentioned. They haven't. Okay, Star Wars fans. If you know of any mention of reincarnation in either the expanded universe, in the comics, I know they're not in the movies.
Yeah. Anywhere.
Then let us know, because if there has not been a mention of reincarnation, then I don't think it's going to work. I would like it to work.
Ugh, no.
Oh, if it worked, it would be interesting. Because I took when Maz Kanata said the different eyes in different...
The same eyes in different people.
Well, I'm into this stuff. This is my kind of thing. So I took that as a brief thing about reincarnation, but I don't think they're going to make it a big plot twist line thing.
They would have to. Otherwise, people would be like, what the hell?
Yeah,
It
exactly.
wouldn't make any sense.
Well, it's not going to make sense if...
Then why do it?
Well, I'm with you. I don't think this is a good idea.
I don't think it's... I think it's... I think this is just nerdgasming, rumor mill flying.
I think you're probably right. I think it's
fantasizing. I think that's really what it is. Although why anybody would have that particular fantasy, I have no idea, because it makes no sense for these movies.
There was a guy, his name was Super Shadow. This was back when the Phantom Menace first came out, or the lead up to the Phantom Menace. And, well, this is when we thought it was going to be good.
Right, when we were just chomping at the bit for new Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly.
Before we knew it was terrible.
Yeah. And this guy, he had his own website, and he pretended that he got scoops, and none of the scoops were real. And all of us Star Wars fans learned at that point that you don't trust much unless it's coming from specific sources. If you're getting stuff from like 4 or 5 sources, then yeah, it might be true. But just a thing on Reddit is probably not going to be true. But you never know. I mean, like I said, I was spoiled 6-7 months before TFA came out because somebody on some website put down the whole entire thing. I learned that Han Solo was possibly going to die.
Yeah.
But these were rumors. Those rumors turned out true. I do not think these rumors are going to turn out true.
Yeah.
But I wanted to bring it up because it's interesting.
Well, okay. I'll give you that. But
Yeah.
I think it's way too far-fetched to be, I mean, I'm not sure. We both, of course, we can both be wrong that Luke is her father. I just think that is the reasonable
It's
assumption
the thing that
at
makes
the
the
moment.
most sense right now.
At the moment. I mean, she could be related to the Skywalkers as a distant cousin or something like that. We won't know. Like I said, more waiting and wanting. And,
I just got a weird... Okay. If we're going to do reincarnation in Star Wars, then we're going to have to bring it in slowly. You can't just say, oh my God. Yeah, you can't throw it at everybody. I mean...
That's why it won't work right now.
No, it won't. I mean, if you're going to do that, you start out... Okay. The way Disney brings stuff into Star Wars nowadays is you start off with Rebels, bring some hints into Rebels, then you would go to one of the anthology series and then bring some hints about reincarnation in the anthology.
Yeah, it would have to go through the whole and comic book. It would have to go through the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And it would have had to have been mentioned in the books, and it's not. In the original books, it's not mentioned anywhere.
And I can't think of anything in the extended universe. We know about Force Ghosts and that's really all it is.
And these books, Episode 7, Episode 8, Episode 9, they already exist. And we've read them. Many people have read them. That's why they're so excited for the movies. It would have been mentioned in those books at some point.
Well, 7, 8, and 9... The book for 7 exists, but 8 and 9, no.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. No, not yet.
All the books were written. All 9 books have been written.
No.
Yes.
Lucas was lying about that.
I don't think he was.
Yeah, he was. There's proof. You go back, and he was making it up as he went along. He had like a basic outline, but keep in mind that even if Lucas wrote an outline for 7, 8, and 9, that they took that outline and they threw it away because they wanted to do something different.
No, I'm not saying for the movies. I'm talking about the actual books.
Yeah,
Before the movies were ever even
No.
these new movies were thought of. Those
No,
books are out there.
No, 7, 8, and 9 have the story have not been created yet. The books you're thinking about are the extended universe books that came out when we were in our 20s.
Yeah, when we're
but those have nothing.
I'm talking about when the books that the movies are based on. Period. The original Star Wars novels.
There's but there isn't any for those for 7, 8, and 9. There was a rumor that Lucas said that he wrote all these things, but they found out was false.
I don't know. I think he wrote them. I don't know. I've never looked it up to see if I could find them anywhere, but I think they were all written already, and that's where they're getting these stories from. I don't think they're making these up as they go along.
I'm pretty sure they are, especially now.
I don't think you can really make up a movie as you go along. You kind of have to have something set where you can start filming.
No, the scripts are made, but what I'm saying is like there's no novels that they're based on.
I think there is.
Well,
there isn't.
Here's a little bit of a devil's advocate, and it was weird. I was sitting here, and it popped in my head. There's one thing they never, ever explained. When Obi-Wan was fighting Darth Vader, and supposedly Darth Vader killed him, he disappeared.
Yeah.
And Darth Vader was kind of like, where in the hell did he go?
That's called low budget.
Well,
but
it might have something to do with this. That would make more sense.
The rumor for years and years and years was that because Obi-Wan can become a Force ghost and become one with the Force, then he just disappeared. Yoda did the exact same thing.
Yoda faded away.
Yeah, he faded.
He faded away, but every other Jedi that's been killed just died, and their body was still there.
Yeah, they just.
Except for Obi-Wan.
Yeah, except for Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan did something with and when Darth Vader was striking him, he just disappeared.
Gone.
Yeah.
And Darth Vader went, where the hell did he go?
He like even kicked the rope with his foot. Like,
yeah.
Well, we know that Qui-Gon came to Obi-Wan in the past as a Force ghost to teach him how to become a Force ghost. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Could be.
Maybe. I mean, who knows?
Wow, we went off on a tangent on that.
I know, but it was cool.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
It just popped in my head. It went ding.
Yeah, that was good. I like that. I love it when we do that stuff. It's fantastic. We have one more movie to mention. It's a favorite of mine, and it's looking like it might be a go, or it is a go. I mentioned it before a couple shows ago, Boondock Saints 3. And I'm super stoked about this. I know it's not necessarily geekery, but it's very cult, and cult equals geek to me. So there's rumors going around, and I've read it a few places, and people have talked about it, that Norman Reedus is leaving The Walking Dead.
That's
now,
weird.
Whether it be for a temporary time, like they kind of made Glenn disappear for a while, or whether he's leaving the show for good, I don't know. But speculation is that the reason he's going to leave the show, whether it be permanently or temporarily, is to make Boondock Saints 3.
It's very possible. It's very possible.
Stoked about that. Whether I never got into Walking Dead, so I don't care either way, but I know there's a lot of you guys out there that love that show, so I don't want to make any of y'all feel bad or anything like that. I'm just saying that is the rumor floating around, is that is the reason he's leaving The Walking Dead, either temporarily or permanently, to do Boondock Saints 3.
I've never seen Boondock Saints, so...
Oh, dude, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, I do.
So
it's been on my list for years, and I do need to watch it.
They're really good. They're
I've heard they're
violent.
good.
They're funny. It's good. It's good stuff.
I like all that
So
Tarantino
I'm pretty
stuff.
stoked about that. I love Boondock Saints. The first one is the best. The second one is good. I can't wait to see what they do with the third one. And we know that it's going to be made. It's already been, the script's already written. Everything's ready to go. Like as far as I know, the last time I checked before this information was that they were just waiting to get a green lit.
Yeah.
So I'll keep you updated on that. I'm stoked. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it happens, and I hope that it's good.
I'm going to bring up kind of a non-geekery kind of thing that kind of ties in with geekery as well.
All right.
I recently saw I'm a fan of Westerns, okay? Specifically...
I like Westerns.
Yeah. Specifically spaghetti Westerns and such.
Yeah, those are always the best.
Yeah, and the Magnificent trailer just... yeah, exactly. Ennio Morricone is a god. The Magnificent 7 trailer just dropped, and that was not on my radar whatsoever.
Just a pen.
Oh.
What are you guys doing?
I'm trying to get the fucking pin, but he's not.
Well,
I'll edit that out.
Alright. Okay, so the Magnificent 7 trailer just dropped, and that has Chris Pratt in it. Oh God, what's his name? Denzel. Denzel's in it.
Denzel Washington, really?
Yeah.
What?
You're on 40 minutes right now.
Oh, okay.
You'll have to
You
cut
got
that
a
out.
phone call to make.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. We got some stuff to do here.
So it looks really cool, and it kind of reminds me of Tombstone. So I'm interested.
I'm a little on the fence about it because I love the original with Yul Brynner and all that. But I'll go see it because I like westerns. I think it'll be cool.
Well, the Seven Samurai has been made so many times. It was made as the Magnificent Seven. It was made as a Bug's Life.
If we go over
it was
an
made
hour,
out
we go over an hour.
Yeah, who cares? And freaking Battle Beyond the Stars was the Seven Samurai as well. So, remaking the Seven Samurai usually, I don't care. Everyone remakes the Seven Samurai. I just hope it's good, and I want a good Western.
Yeah, and I'll see it. Because I liked the remake with Jeff Bridges, the remake of
True Grit?
Yeah, it was good. It was great.
I didn't see it.
Really? That's really good.
I don't even know if I saw the original True Grit for that matter.
Wow, you haven't seen the John Wayne? Jeez.
No, I must have.
Yeah.
Or am I thinking the
Everybody
Searchers?
see True Grit. Rooster Cogburn and all that. Yeah, you got to see that. But yeah, I'll see it. I like westerns. I won't hate on it. I'm not, I do like the original, but. So you wanted to mention one more thing. We got. You wanted to mention the Twin Peaks.
Yeah, the Twin Peaks. Yeah, I'm a massive Twin Peaks fan, and first of all, they stopped filming today, filming for a Twin Peaks stop, but they released this massive cast list of who's going to be in the new Twin Peaks, and all your favorites are going to be back. Kyle MacLachlan as Dale Cooper, Sherilyn Fenn as Audrey Horne, Cheryl Lee as Laura Palmer, Matching the Mech as Shelley Johnson, Michael Horst as Deputy Hawk, Dana Ashbrook as Bobby Briggs, Miguel Ferrer as Albert Rosenthal, Peggy Lipton as Norma Jennings, Everett McGill as Ed Hurley, Red Wise, and Grace Brisky as Leland and Sarah Palmer. David Lynch is going to be back, of course, playing Gordon Cole. But here's the interesting thing. It's like everybody that ever worked with David Lynch seems to be coming back for this this TV show. Look at this. Monica Bellucci is going to be in it. Michael Cera is going to be in it. Richard fucking Chamberlain is going to be in it. There's a name you haven't heard since the 80s.
Quartermain.
Fox Mulder. David Duchovny is going to be in it.
All right. Although I doubt he's not playing Fox.
No, he's playing Denise.
Yeah.
Who is also an
Denise?
Yeah, he's a transgendered FBI agent.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, he's awesome.
I never did get into that show. I'm going to have to watch this.
I own it. It's so great. It's so great. Matthew Lillard's going to be in it. Maybe he got a new agent, because...
Right. Lots of good. Didn't you say Trent Reznor was going to make an appearance?
Yeah. Trent Reznor, Eddie Vedder, and Trent Reznor's wife.
Wow. All right. That's sounding more and more interesting the more you talk about it. I'm going to have to check this out.
Tim Roth's going to be in it.
Oh, he's good. I like
Oh, he's very good. So, yeah, this is exciting news. This is coming out in 2017, and it's going to be good.
Okay.
We have a very special thing we're going to do today.
We do, but we have two more things to mention real quick. Two more things. We will be live at the Renaissance Pleasure Fair this weekend coming up April 30th.
Yeah.
And we will show you footage from that on our next show.
Yep.
So, Geeks with Attitude live at the Renaissance Pleasure Fair.
Exactly.
Should be a good
We're
time.
We're going to have a fun time.
It'll be very entertaining.
And in September, we will be at the Salt Lake City Comic-Con.
Yes, absolutely. And June, we're going to be at Cinegear.
Yeah, we'll be at Cinegear.
So we will have footage for you from all of those.
Yeah, we'll be telling some great stories.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're looking forward to it. And you all get to see everything that we can possibly show you. So please join us for all that stuff. It'll be a blast. One more thing we have. What was it? No, you know what? I think that's all we got right now. We did the Salt Lake City, and we're gonna be at all those events. We're gonna have some. We're gonna start some interviews on the show, so make sure you come back and watch those.
We've got some
That's
good
going to be
things
cool.
coming up.
We do. We're Geeks with Attitude is taking off, and we're going to take you all with us.
Exactly. We're getting in the spaceship and we're flying away.
And today is going to be our first shot at our new bit for the end of the show.
Exactly.
Where we take a horrible movie and talk about it. This is our Craptastic Classic section.
And our correspondent is Rachel Dollarhide, and I'm getting her on the phone right now.
All right, here we go. This is Geeks with Attitude's newest little thing on our podcast. We are doing what we call our Craptastic Classic review. These are movies that are so bad that nobody should watch them, but you need to. These movies should be taken and buried in a time capsule for 1,000 years. But before you do that, you need to watch them. You shouldn't watch them, but you must. That's what Craptastic Classic means. That's the type where it's so bad you can't not watch it. That's what this little segment is, and we're going to do this on every podcast for you.
And
because it's hilarious.
And we have a special bad movie correspondent, Rachel Dollarhide. Hi, Rachel.
All the way from Seattle.
All the way from Seattle.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. We can hear you.
Yay! Well, I am very pleased to be with you and to speak of such a masterpiece that is Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
That is our Craptastic Classic of the week. Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
Tell us about it, Rachel. Tell us all about Cool Cat.
Okay, so Cool Cat is what you... It's not what you wanted, but it's just what you need. Originally, it's 1998. It's
oh my God, it was 98.
You're laying back, you maybe just smoked a joint, had a drink, and you're going to go down to your nearest Blockbuster video, and you want to find the shittiest thing you can find. Okay, you can imagine some of the pieces of shit you can find.
I'm imagining.
But nothing is gonna compare to Cool Cat Saves the Kids. Cool Cat Saves the Kids is just
cinema gold.
Why is it so good, Rachel?
Thank you. No, when I think about Cool Cat Saves the Kids and how much Daddy Garrett put his soul into the masterpiece, it's just incredible. Gosh, how to start this out?
My eyes were bleeding. I cannot.
Exactly.
Rachel and Philip watched this movie like 8 times while she was here visiting.
I think she watched 16 times.
I love that movie.
It is so bad.
Now all I have in Seattle is I can go outside to my deck and my back porch because it overlooks, Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
So I can go, yo, look at this cool urban environment.
Explain that, Rachel. Why is that funny?
The cat looks like a squirrel. It's
What?
Why is explain why the urban environment, explain that scene to everybody.
Oh, no, let me explain this scene. Just tell me a scene and I can explain it. So Cool Cat, he has this green room and, he's going to lay down this motherfucking fat wrap. This wrap is going to be tight. But, he needs a cool feel. So he's going through his background on his green screen. He's kind of confused. He doesn't know how to use the remote. It takes about a minute for us to figure out how Cool Cat can figure out how to use the remote. I mean, that's really part of the scene.
Look at the size of his damn fingers. No wonder he's taking the remote.
So finally he gets the backdrop of, downtown Seattle, the Space Needle, right by where we used to live.
Yeah, right by where we used to live.
Oh.
Yeah, right there. That's where Cool Cat was getting down. And he's like, wow, look at this cool urban feel.
Oh, it's so good.
And I've listened to the rap over 50 times. I made my mom listen to the rap.
I can't, no rap, no. I will jump off the
Yo,
balcony. If it's only 5 feet high, I will dive head first. This movie is the worst thing. 5 minutes. I watched 5 minutes and my brain was running out of my ear. I can't. Eric Estrada, you should be ashamed of yourself.
That's right. Eric Estrada and
Vivica Fox. How in the hell were they talked into doing this?
They've got to be friends of Daddy Derek. Rachel,
okay.
why do you think they did it? Why do you think...
I already told you, it was the 80s and it was cocaine.
No, it was 98.
Actually, it was 2014, guys.
Oh my God! What the hell?
I know.
Okay,
That's why they did it so. Daddy Derek was
made
in
2 years
Playgirl, cocaine.
Yeah.
Cocaine and porn go together like cocaine and porn go together.
And that's right. The cop is a ex-gay porn star.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah,
How was this movie made in
it's
2014? How?
Scientology. I blame it on Scientology.
Dude, our podcast is made better than that piece of crap.
Speaking of Scientology, I actually have a Scientology pamphlet hanging on my bedroom door right now. It's freaking hilarious.
Let's not go off on a tangent. Let's
stay with Cool
stick
Cat.
with the craptastic classics.
No,
How was
it's
that
on
freaking
Cool
movie?
Cat.
How was that movie made in 2014? Our podcast is better made than that piece of shite.
It is
And we're
beautiful.
sitting in your
Okay.
apartment.
What if Tom Cruise starred in Cool Cat?
That would be incredible. Are we talking a Cool Cat reboot?
Oh, good Lord.
With Tom Cruise.
With Tom
We're
Cruise?
making this Scientology reference.
As who? Who would Tom Cruise?
Yeah, would Tom Cruise play
Would he be
in that?
Daddy Derek or would he be fucking Cool Cat?
No, Tom Cruise would be Cool Cat. Can you just imagine
You
Tom
wouldn't even know
Cruise
it was
rocking
him.
back and forth as Cool Cat in the closet?
That's the new movie. That's it.
Cool Cat in the closet.
That's the new crap. That's it. We got to make sure that gets made. Somebody contact
Someone
Daddy
call
Derek.
Derek right away.
Call Eric Estrada. We got to get this done. Okay, I can't talk about this movie anymore. I can't. It needs
don't
to
have
be
It's
to.
better.
really good. I can talk about it some more.
It
But
needs to be
I
better.
can talk
Rachel,
about it
I've got
forever.
a mission for you.
You know, it's amazing because Cool Cat, he loves us all so much. I mean, he loves every single one of us
He
all
does. He
so
does.
much. And it's just so beautiful, and you can just feel his love.
It's so sad.
His
I
love
think-
for me, for you, and you, and you, and you, and all of us. He loves us all so much.
And I think that right there is the perfect way to end our first episode of Craptastic Classic by letting everybody know that Cool Cat loves them.
Rachel, what do you want to watch for next week? What
We need to pick another movie for
what
the next
movie you
one.
want to do for next week?
That's hard. I don't have
You know,
much
we're just gonna have to surprise
anything
her.
to watch right now. It's all up to you.
We're gonna have to pick something and then tell her to watch it, and then
Maybe
we'll,
I'll
we'll
send
figure it
you
out.
a gun. Was it Gun Safety for Women? by Daddy
Oh,
Derek.
jeez. You really should. You should just go on a Daddy Derek bang-a-thon.
Oh,
Exactly.
that's terrible. All right, well,
All right.
we will be in contact with our next Craptastic Classic so that you can come help us out again.
Absolutely. And this was Rachel Dollarhide for our correspondent for Bad Movies. Rachel, say goodbye if you want.
I'm Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel. We'll talk to you next week. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Do I hang up the phone now?
Hang up the phone.
Hang up the
Yes.
phone now.
Bye.
Bye.
That was it. That is our first episode of Craptastic Classics. We'll be back at you with another one the next time we do a show.
And I think that's all we have for.
I think that's it. I think that's a good way to end the show. I think
I think so,
Craptastic
too.
Classic will be the final segment on every show from now on.
I agree, and that worked perfectly.
That was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
All right, so that's it, geeks. Until next time, I'm Mac.
I'm Phil.
We are
Geeks with Attitude.
Peace out.
Peace out.